Just give me 1 minute, okay? We're going to
Oh,
start.
sure.
Do you have can you please share your screen?
Yes, I'm sharing. Is it visible?
I'm trying to see it right now. Yes, yes, it is.
Okay.
Okay. So, Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. So, my name is Muhammad Faisal. Uh, Today is February 26, 10:57 a.m. I'm a bit late. Please accept my sincere apologies for that. Uh, the goal today is that you are going through your level 6 qualification exam, right? Diploma in AI
Yes.
Ops, Muhammad Hassan, right?
Muhammad Hassan.
Hassan, sorry, Hassan. And the topic is platform engineering and AI-driven DevSecOps for secure infrastructure as a code on AWS and Azure, right? It's a very comprehensive topic, something that we have implemented ourselves. Most of these things that I'm giving it to the students are the ones that are being used in the industry right now or are being implemented in the industry right now, right? So every organization that has a DevOps practice, they do have a DevSecOps practice, right? So if you can crack this, then you can crack this interview and presentation. Then you should be able to crack any interview per se for the DevSecOps positions, right? Or
Right.
being managed on AWS, so on and so forth, right? Inshallah. Okay. Uh, you can uh, you can proceed. Just give me 1 minute. Let me do this quickly. Cancel this thing. I've already did that. Okay. All right. So the interview is going to be for 15 minutes minimum, maximum 25 minutes, followed by 10 Q&A, question and answers that I'm going to ask you, inshallah. Okay. Again, the goal is to cover all the core areas. The goal is to make sure like it addresses the topics. Now, just to let you know, the topic you have, I'm going to read the topic to you and show it to you, right?
Yes.
Okay. So the topic you have talks about, it's a loaded topic, right? It
Yes.
addresses many, many areas, as you can see, right? Oral presentation. Let me see if you can show, right? So the topic explores platform engineering combined with AI-driven DevSecOps to secure infrastructure as a code environment on AWS and Azure. And students will design a platform that automates secure IAC deployment, integrates AI tools, and ensures continuous compliance. Okay. The objectives that you must ensure that, and the key focus, you have to make sure that all of these things are covered. Implement platform engineering principles to manage secure, scalable infrastructure as a code, integrate DevSecOps practices, and ensure continuous governance for IEC deployment across AWS and Azure, right? Key areas of focus, exam format, right? And I will be looking forward for these GRC, cloud security, SysOps, AI, DevOps automation, all of these key things, inshallah. Okay.
Okay.
All right. So, Bismillah. When you're ready to go, please let me know and I will start the timer. Okay.
I'm ready. Let's start.
Okay, Bismillah.
Assalamu alaikum everyone. My name is Muhammad Hassan and I am RKF Level 6 Diploma in AI Ops students at Al Nafi. And today my exam topic is Platform Engineering and AI-driven DevSecOps for secure infrastructure as code on AWS and Azure. Before starting, let's start with some critical thinking. Why we are in need of such a thing? We have infrastructure as code templates. We leave security vulnerabilities in it. We have multi-cloud complexities, as according to a survey that 89% of the organizations are shifting towards multi-cloud. So there is a huge gap here and there is complexity and we are facing these issues. Next, we have manual compliance management issues. And the tasks become very tedious and it is very become difficult for the large organizations to comply with different rules. So next we have lack of real-time threat detection. So in order to tackle all these challenges, we will be designing a secure infrastructure as code platform with AI-driven DevSecOps for AWS and Azure. We will be automating infrastructure as code provisioning, integrate AI for monitoring and anomaly detection, automate security and compliance, and ensure scalability. So the structure of my presentation would be first I will build a foundation, like I will describe each and every term used in the topic. Then I will tell how the implementation framework will be done and how it look like to our developer. So platform engineering. If we have to define platform engineering in simplest words, it would be a internal developer platform specifically designed for developers for abstracting away the complex infrastructure related tasks from them. Here is a diagram from Gartner in which we can see at the bottom we have infrastructure complexities, and in the mid we have the platform teams that simplifies the thing for the developers and provided them a platform where they can easily access what they want and self-serve them with just one clicks or CLI. So the benefit we have already discussed. The core principles of platform engineering includes the platform should be scalable. It should have a well-defined integration framework, like it should allow how different tools, APIs will integrate with each other. It should have a efficient data management system, like we will be like how the data will be stored. Like in our case, we will be going through different logs and we have to monitor how these things will be managed. Next, we have security and compliance. For this, we will be using, it should allow or enable the whole organization in security and compliance. And fifth thing is, it should have continuous optimization. Means we should iteratively improve our platform based upon the suggestions of our whole business requirements or the suggestions from the developers. Next, we have AI-driven DevSecOps. Before moving to AI-driven DevSecOps, let's first discuss what is DevSecOps. DevSecOps is simply if we integrate security in DevOps, it would be called DevSecOps. DevOps means basically it's a collaboration between development and operations team. So if we integrate security in each and every stage of our software SLDC, so it would be called AI-driven DevSecOps. What it will provide to us, it will help us in threat detection, predictive analytics, root cause analysis, and continuous compliance. Next, we have infrastructure as code. It's about defining infrastructure using code. Simple. What it enables version control, automated security scans, consistent environments across AWS and Azure, and eliminates human error and ensures that we can reproduce it based upon our needs. So here is a view of AI-driven DevSecOps lifecycle. So we can see that in this life cycle, we have integrate security in each and every step. And moreover, we are enhancing it with AI. Like, for example, we have a developer who is writing code. If he integrate security, like he can use the tools like Codex, which will help him to code securely. Same is the case in testing. We can use different tools, like we can use OWASP Zap for dynamic testing. We can use Sneak for AI-powered testing, static and testing. So this is the case. For monitoring, we will be using AWS DevOps Guru and Azure Monitor. So that's how the AI-driven DevSecOps life cycle looks like, and how the security and AI automates, secure, and provide an efficient way to us. Next, we have governance and compliance. The first question arises here, why we are in need of it. The first thing is we have to align with some organizational policies. We have to meet some regulatory standards like PCI DSS, GDPR, and the list goes on based upon our need. And ultimately, this helps us in for security, privacy, and avoiding data breaches. In our case, we will be using AWS Config and Azure Policy for automated compliance checks. So these are the key tools and technologies we will be using. We will be using Terraform that allows us to provision infrastructure on AWS and Azure, AWS CloudFormation, Azure Resource Manager. For AI and security, we will be using AWS DevOps Guru that use machine learning, and that uses machine learning for enabling us for enhanced performance. Same is the case for Azure Monitor, and AWS config rules and Azure policy will help us in compliance. Azure IAM, AWS IAM and Azure AD will help us in identity access management, and OWASP ZAP will helping us in dynamic testing. So that was the foundation. Now on this foundation, let's build a implementation framework. If we have to design such a platform, what we will be doing? First thing is we will be defining front end and the back end, and then we will define infrastructure as code for our teams. We will define infrastructure as code template based on our requirements and save them in or move them in GitHub. Then if we have to automate the security and bring efficiency, we will be using CI/CD pipelines, and then we will automate the compliance with AWS config and Azure policy, and we will integrate AI with the help of AWS DevOps Guru and Azure Monitor, and we will deploy and monitor, and continuously we will make this we will bring a feedback, and we will keep on improving our platform. So let's assume we have designed the platform and how it will be serving the industry, or you can say the developer. The developer will come, suppose we have a financial firm which is requires secure infrastructure as code on AWS and Azure, while ensuring it comply with PCI DSS and GDPR. The workflow will be the developer will request infrastructure through internal developer platform, which is our platform. The IDP will provision the infrastructure on AWS and Azure. The AWS DevOps Guru and Azure Monitor will identify latency issues, and for compliance, automated will be done by AWS config and Azure policy. That's how our financial industry will be served with a scalable, secure, and compliant platform for our service. So if we have to conclude how our platform helps, basically, in short, if we have to conclude whole words in 2 words, it would be it brings security and improves efficiency, and most importantly, reduce the cognitive load on the developer. So thank you so much for listening. I look forward to addressing your questions and insights. Thank you.
Okay, you can stop the screen. So what do you mean by the cognitive load for the developers? Like what happens?
Okay. Uh, my screen is still appearing.
Yeah, you can stop the screen, please, if you
Okay.
can. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, so
So
what do you mean by cognitive workload, right?
basically, the developers are usually hired for writing applications, front end, back end, or different API work. In our case, we have inf due to the rising security and automation issues, we have some sort of complexities involved. Like, suppose we have to provision a S3 bucket. The developer will have to go to S3, go to AWS and check all the configuration he have. So in order, so this become a very hectic thing. Like he has to check either it is private or public. So it becomes a hectic thing and
Your voice is
distract him from his core objective. So
that
that's
is correct. I mean,
yes,
the cognitive workload happens because let me start the start time for the interview start time. So 11:13. Okay. Yeah, I mean it happens. The problem is that there are so many things to look at in the cloud and the template and everything. It becomes very difficult. So the cognitive workload is there, and sometimes it bogs you down, right? So you lose
yeah.
the sight of the core objective. Okay. So let's jump on to your presentation. Hold on. So many things. Let me close this. Close this. What happened to the? There it is. Okay. Oh, I think I just closed my browser. Just give me 1 minute, Mohammed Hassan. Hassan, right? Hassan.
Yes.
In your resume, I saw that you did your career prep fellow. What is Amal Academy? What is that?
Basically, it's a startup by a Stanford graduate, and he's preparing student for working in the industry. Like he's working on the communication skills, leadership skills, teamwork, and other things that bridges the gap between industry and academia.
Okay, so you did that 3 month intensive course,
Yes,
150 hours in order to develop business skills. That's why your communication skills are pretty good. Okay, and then you did your engineering as well.
yes,
Just give me 1 minute. From mechanical engineering, right?
yes,
What is the name of the University of Engineering Technology? UET, is that what you call it?
yes.
Where is it
You-
based?
It is placed in Rawalpindi.
Rawalpindi. Okay. So what happens when you did your degree? What happened? I mean, you
Basically, I qualified for a executive level government job, but in March 2024, I decided that I should go to IT. So basically, the main thing was my goals. I saw that in the long run, I will not be able to achieve my goals with mechanical engineering. So I shift towards it.
no, I mean mechanical engineering is pretty good. You have to infuse the AI of skills in the mechanical engineering. The reason I'm asking you is like, if we provide you, in the Al Razak program, there's a customized set of labs of 500 labs that we will give it to you, right? Based on your prior qualification and experience. So your if you want to infuse that, right?
Yes,
Doing a mechanical engineers are great software developers. They are great engineers, great IT architects, great AI engineers, right? Because you have the engineering mindset that can help you. How you perform over here can also open doors for you in the Al Razak program and possibility of being sponsored to go outside as well, right? If you just focus on some of the key aspects, you can do like phenomenal work. Okay, so let's jump on to the Q&A session, right? I was looking at your resume. That's why I was asking that question. Bismillah. Okay, so this is a very loaded topic, right?
yes,
And many things are coming up. How much time you did your preparation for this topic?
yes. if I'm not sure, but it was 2 months and more than 100 hours.
All right, so
I
I'm going
think,
to ask you the first question, right? I already asked you the first question, the cognitive workload, right? So, but this is, I'm not going to mark this question. Give me some framework names for DevSecOps. This is a level 6 interview. I'm going to be tough,
okay.
right?
Frame,
The academic director is sitting here. Is he here? Muhammad Yusuf, is he here? I don't see him. Okay, he just stepped out. Okay, so I'm going to be tough, right?
okay.
I'm just kidding.
So,
Don't worry. Relax, relax. Okay, chill. Okay, so yeah, tell me about some. Give me one framework name that is being used in DevSecOps.
can you rephrase the word framework so that I,
It's a set of standards, procedures that you should follow.
yes,
Uh,
framework,
yes.
one framework that I have learned, it was AWS Well Architecture Framework.
Okay, yeah, you answered the question. Okay. Uh, there is another one used by Carnegie Mellon University, right? Okay, known as PIM. It's known as PIM, DevSecOps. I'm going to show it to you. It's known as Platform Independent Framework, right? If you harness this framework and part of the Al Razak labs, because the Al Razak requirement is all about you registered in the course, in the diploma, pay the examination fee. You can immediately you will be given a plan, a blueprint of what you have to follow, right? You can take your time passing the exams, you can take your time doing all of those things, but the blueprint will be based on where are you coming from, what you should do, right? So this is a framework. I'm going to show it to you, right? So I'm sure that you will do well. This is from the Carnegie Mellon University Software Engineering Institute, known as DevSecOps Platform Independent Framework, right? This was created in 2022. It's a great framework that talks about all the key aspects that we'll be going through today. So I'll be asking you questions based on these things, which is something you've already covered. Even the well architect framework borrows things from here to enhance themselves, right? So my suggestion to you would be, are you doing the Al Razak labs? This
Yes,
is
I have done the preliminary
what labs
labs.
have you done?
Preliminary labs, I have done all the preliminary labs.
I'm telling you, brother, get your name in there, ask them, I need the custom blueprint for Al Razak so that I can follow and get it done. Inshallah, okay? This is
Okay.
very important for you. If you pay attention, you will be able to secure a remote job of up to $2,000 to $2,500 per month. The organizations are looking like crazy for people with these kinds of skills. Okay? All right? I think your picture is stalled. Is it you or is it me? Odefa, can you hear me? Is Odefa, are you there?
Yes, yes, Faisal.
Okay, so you can hear me. I think his picture is stalled. Okay. Are you there? Hassan?
Yes, I'm here.
Okay. So if you pay attention and you get yourself that framework, labs, this is going to help you implement this thing in organizations, right?
Right.
If I show you DevSecOps salaries in USA and UK, right? So you can see the salaries are 135,000 annually to those in the top percent. And in UK, it's $56,000, 56,000 pounds per annum, right? From basic, this is on par salary, average salary, whatever, right? So it depends, right? Depends on which area you are in, right?
Right.
So you can go from here to here, right? This is the base pay. The starting pay can be 40,000 pounds per annum. So focus on getting this thing, inshallah. Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Okay. So let's jump on and jump on to the Q&A session. Give me 1 minute. Let me open back your presentation. Sorry. So why is AI-driven anomaly detection superior to the rule-based security monitoring in cloud environments? Why is that the case?
Can you please rephrase the question because there was some
Oh,
distortion
oh,
I couldn't
that's okay.
understand.
I'm going to repeat that. So why is AI-driven anomaly detection superior to rule-based security monitoring in cloud environments? Why is that the case?
Okay. So the traditional compliance method will be using some specified rules. Like it could not be dynamic.
Mhm.
While AI is like AI have intelligence, it can help us to identify the things. It first recognize what is the normal thing, and then based upon it, it tells us that this is something that is going wrong. And based upon patterns, it can help us that this is something wrong, or
Got it. Okay.
we are
So
going wrong.
yeah,
Yeah.
so the answer, yeah, you said it right, but when you are in an interview, you have to say AI-driven security ensures adaptability because it's learning, scalable, and real-time protection, right?
Right.
Continuous learning from new threats, reduce the false positive, predict the risk analysis, predictive risk analysis score, right? All of these kind
Yeah.
of things. But yes, you're right. So the answer is correct. Okay, so how can AI detect an insider threat? This is a big problem, right? How can an AI detect an insider threat in an AI infrastructure as a code-driven environment?
So the main thing it will be using will be logs. Based upon these log, we already have AI model, and that model will be helping us in threat detection. Like the person who is trying to invade our system from the inside, we will be having logs for each event, and based upon these events, we will be defining suspicious event. We will be defining that this is something going wrong, or this person is not good for the organization.
Okay, I agree with that. Uh, and so here's the thing, we have implemented this system. What it does is user UBA, we call it UBA, user behavior analytics, right? This is the reason I'm telling you, you have the know-how and the knowledge. You need to get the skills from Al Razak. This is very important for you, okay? All right. I'm going to ask them to give you skills, the whole plan based on the DevSecOps topic because, you know, organizations are looking for these people like crazy. So if you secure a job right now in the next 3 months, you will be, if you go to US in September, but prior to going there, you complete all the things that will significantly help you, right? Inshallah. Okay. Uh, Anomaly based privilege escalation detection is also another part. And then, as you mentioned, log analysis, right? Real time log
Yeah.
analysis that gives us the edge of what we need to make sure, like, we are able to detect the insider threat. It's a big problem. So, explain to me the concept of self healing in AI driven DevSecOps. What does self healing really means?
Yes. Suppose we have something, our developer leaves S3 bucket as private, as public. So in case of self-healing, our AI will be linked to uh, AWS events. We can say AWS Lambda function, and from this AWS Lambda function, it will be self-healing for saving our system or the infrastructure we have.
So it will be able to, so the Lambda function is going to pick up the log analysis and say, oh, this is public. It should not be public using AI because AI is using the
Yes.
Lambda function to connect, right? And then
Yes.
say, okay, this is a problem. How will it then go back and disable it?
Uh, how it will? Can you please?
The AI will go back and, will the AI take the actions automatically on the AWS to disable, or will just send an alert to the administrator, your S3 bucket is public, you better make it private.
AI will take the decision, perform the action on its own. we have already defined the templates, and based upon these templates will be executed in Lambda function
Okay,
on their own.
that's right. That's a correct answer. I mean, so what else is there for self-healing? You mentioned like that's one thing. That's like we can call it drift reconciliation, right? The configuration drift, as we call it. It was supposed to be private, but we made it public. AI was able to automatically detect it, restore it, disable it, right? What about other things?
Oh,
What else can AI self-healing do? The concept of
yes.
self-healing in
The other aspect could be for the drift changes. One thing is GitOps that helps us. Basically, it verifies the infrastructure defined on the uh, files, YAML files or something else,
yes.
and what is defined on the infrastructure. It cross verifies the thing and check either there is a drift or not, and take actions accordingly.
So we can say autonomous security patching can also is another area. If it finds a vulnerability, it needs a patch, it can go and do that. It's good. So you did all of this research in 2 months' time for this topic.
Yes.
Okay. It's good stuff, my. What was your uh, you know,
Yes, it was
three
3.
GPA out of four?
Yes. Yes, out of 4.
Okay, it's good. All right. So, are there like any limitations of AI-driven security automation in AI in IAC environment, infrastructure as a code
Yes,
environment?
yes,
Is there like any?
yes. There is, as there are some benefits of AI, there are drawbacks as well. Like we can have false positives. We can have some security issues, like the data being fed into the model. We can have some, you can say, we have configuration issue, multi-cloud complexities in it, like how the data from different uh, clouds will be integrated into a single stream, and the list goes on.
So false positive, alert fatigue, model bias,
Yes,
big
yes,
problem, uh, data dependence, performance overhead, complex configuration requirements, and the list goes on, right? So it's a pretty complicated stuff. Okay. Okay. The next is how can we use AI to prevent zero-day attacks in a DevSecOps pipeline?
no, uh, because AI doesn't have the data regarding zero-day vulnerability, so it wouldn't be able to detect it.
Are you sure? Like it doesn't, if it doesn't even have the data, can't it just do behavioral anomaly detection? Unexpected infrastructure changes are happening, resource behaviors are being consumed. It can detect something is wrong. Are you sure?
Yes, it can, not explicitly, it will tell that uh, we have zero-day vulnerability, but it can, based upon anomaly detection, it can help us.
Yes, that is the right answer. You're right. I mean, it can, yes, you are right, and you were right again. I wouldn't say wrong. AI cannot detect zero-day vulnerabilities. Doesn't know. If it doesn't exist, it doesn't know. But at the same time, if something is happening, if someone
Yes,
has executed a zero-day vulnerability for this, for which there is no patch or anything like that, changes will happen. And when the changes will happen, they will be able to detect it. AI will say, wait a minute, something is wrong. Resources are being consumed. We are being allocated. Ports are opening. What is happening? Something is wrong. So that's where behavior anomaly detection, then predictive vulnerability analysis. Then it will start saying, okay, let me look for weaker configurations. And if it sees, oh, wait a minute, because zero-day vulnerability, it starts like this and then it builds upon the old other vulnerabilities, right? So once you're in the system, then you can execute some more things, right? So self-learning AI models is another thing, which historical attack patterns it keeps on learning. And ultimately, it can stop zero-day vulnerabilities from ever taking major damage, right?
Yeah.
And it can't stop it from in its tracks, but it will be able to detect, okay, there's a problem. I will learn from it, and then I will do something about it. Okay. Um, you were supposed to mention DevOps guru, right? And stuff like that in your presentation.
Yes, I have mentioned.
Right. So yeah, I know. So what do you use DevOps guru for?
Basically, it helps us in performance enhancement based upon machine learning. It uses machine learning for it basically it tells us that this is the issue, and we are if you want to improve it or want to enhance it, you can do it. So it basically lists the issues our application have, and we can improve it based upon our what we think is right or not.
What else does it do?
The main thing is it helps in performance enhancement. AWS DevOps Group. So it can also help us in compliance.
Yes.
That
Yes.
we are not complying with our the requirement we have,
Yes. Yes.
like
Okay.
we are in case we are GDPR, right?
That is correct. That is correct. Okay. You have to give me the complete answer. Like, DevOps Guru is basically uses ML, machine learning models, to detect any anomalies, anomalous behavior in AWS resources and stuff like that. And whether we are compliant or not, misconfigured items, IAM roles, single sign-on issues, many, many things, right? Okay. All right. So that's good stuff, mashallah. Let me compile quickly, the 5 answers. Okay. So is there any benefit for an organization to follow a standard DevSecOps framework out of the
Yes.
gate rather than modifying it as per their own business requirements?
So there should be some flexibility, but standardization is something that helps the organization in different things. Like we can have standardized security, we can have the user that the developers using the platform, they should be got familiar with the things. But if we have someone new in the team and he uses a platform, we can have some sort of flexibility for him or her.
Okay. Uh, so what are the security risks associated with misconfigured infrastructure as a code templates?
Yes, the security risk, uh, we can have misconfigurations.
So let me tell you, not the miss. So from an IAM perspective, what are the security risks?
Okay, so basically, the problem should be that we are not implementing zero-day architecture, like zero trust architecture. Like we grant the access to all the people. Every people have the authorization to do anything.
Okay, that's right.
There
That's
is
perfectly fine. Overly permissive IAM policies.
yes.
Uh, from credentials, what are the risks?
Uh, from with respect to credentials, there is a problem that they can be embedded, remain into the code,
Good,
and
mashallah, mashallah. Okay. From the open network configuration, what are the issues?
from the open network, there should be uh, there could be firewall issues, there
Yes,
could be network segmentation issues.
yes. Perfect, mashallah, mashallah. Okay. We are already at the last tail end of your test right now. From the secure drift, induced security gaps, what could those be?
Drift, can you please repeat?
Drift induced security gaps. Configuration, we call them configuration drift, right? Like,
Yes.
like when the car drifts, it goes like this. slides, right?
Yes.
So,
So I got your point. So basically, suppose we have launched two EC2 instance on AWS using infrastructure as code. If a developer directly go to the AWS management console and write or assign another EC2 instance, so there will be a drift there. On our template, we have two EC2 instance, and on our AWS management console, we have three. So there exists a drift, and on EC, if the EC2 third EC2 exists on the same network, it could be a vulnerability that can affect our other EC2s as well. Or if it lies within the same, we can say VPC, it can create a
good job, good job. We are done. We are done for,
of vulnerabilities, we can say.
yeah, we are done for today. Okay. Um, give me 1 minute. All right. So, do you want to know your results?
Yes, sure.
How was your exam?
It was very good.
It was good.
Okay.
So in the presentation, right? In the presentation, you scored 20 out of 25, which was good, mashallah. Short, precise, to the point, right? That's what I was looking for. That's 80%. Okay. And the Q&A, you scored 23 out of 25. Right? Mashallah, that's again very good. And that is basically 23 divided by 25. That gives you 92%. The overall percentage is, 20 plus 23, 43 divided by 50. It's 86%. MashaAllah. Okay. So congratulations on passing the exam. Did good, mashallah. Again, I'm going to tell you something which is very important for you. You should get the Al Razak done and start applying and ask them to give me, yes, I'm doing the Al Razak lab, the preliminary labs and other labs, but I want the custom Al Razak plan, right? The custom Al Razak plan will be based on, and I'm going to write it down over here for myself. Right? I'm going to cover all the things for the Al Razak plan for DevSecOps, right? That's where you should go, inshallah. Options should be open. You have scored 86%. That means that any person who does their BTAC plus HND plus AI Ops or HND plus AI Ops, if I have to show you, let me show you something very important for you to understand. Okay. So any of our students who has done this, they should be able to, secure something. So anyone who has done a working professional who has completed their DevOps diploma in AI Ops plus basically specialization and have scored 80% or above and plus is able to meet other requirements. I'm going to talk about that as well. Or in your case, you have done your diploma in AI Ops and right? Or in anyone who has done their HND plus AI Ops or BTech plus HND plus AIOps, right? So these are the four key areas. In your case, yours is AIOps only, and they scored 80 or above, and then they meet Al Razak requirements, complete LinkedIn course, communication course, all of those things, right? Secure the job, right? They will be eligible for our financial sponsorship that can assist you, where we can assist you in sending you to USA or UK or Canada or some of these countries, right? Where you want to study. Uh, we will only provide you the financial sponsorship, right? But you need to make sure that you meet some other requirements, right? As I mentioned, and all of those requirements are pretty simple and straightforward. Then you can apply for a master's program. In your case, you can do that, right? Go for master's in artificial intelligence or in data science or something like that, right? Inshallah. And then go over there. We will help you in arranging all the financial statements and everything so that it's easy for you to go there, inshallah. Do you have any plans of going outside of Pakistan?
Yes, in next 3 to 4 years, I am going to move
Why are you
abroad
waiting for 3 to 4 years?
because I have a family here and I have to manage all the stuff.
Are you married?
No, I'm single. My father has died, so I have
Okay.
to take responsibility.
So build up your stuff right now, inshallah. Okay. Build up slowly and gradually, see where it takes you, inshallah, and go from there. There is no need for you to do any HND or BTech or anything like that. You're beyond that right now, but you have already secured this thing. My suggestion to you would be start applying for some, some scholarship programs around the globe, right? But do that not right now. You should target to go next year, February, next year, not right now, not in this year, 2026 February, right? But prior to doing that, pass your some of the Humanities exams,
Oh, right.
CKA, CCAT, CKS, some of the other
Yes,
stuff. Complete the Al Razak program. You'll work in the DevSecOps in
sure.
like a very good fashion, and inshallah, you should be able to sustain yourself, your family, and should be able to go outside as well and bring in your family as well. How old are you?
I am 25.
25 years old, right? This is the age of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam when he got married. Any
Yes.
plans of getting married?
Yes. Soon, very soon.
Inshallah, inshallah. Okay.
Yes.
So may Allah make it easy for you. Get your resume done. And have you started applying for roles or are you still planning? You were waiting for this thing to complete.
I was waiting for this thing to complete, and I was thinking that I should perform some labs before
Yes. Get the labs done. Ask Osama Aslam. Yes.
to the market.
I'm going to tell you something. Ask Osama Aslam.
Yes.
Right? Ask Osama Aslam and tell him like, I need
Yes.
the custom Al Razak plan for DevSecOps. I know that you will be issuing that program to everyone in mid of April. But if you can provide it to me in the next 1 to 2 weeks, I'll be grateful so that I can start working on them right now. Inshallah. That's one thing. The other thing is like this will help you because we'll provide you everything. As long as your membership is active, you will have access to the portal, doing all the things, right? You still have 6 months left. How much time do you have left? You should have some grace period, right?
It's about 6 months.
You have 6 months. That's
Yes.
good, mashallah.
6 months.
That should be enough for you to do all the labs and everything. And in the next 2, 3 months, you should be able to start applying for jobs, inshallah. Okay. May Allah make it easy for you. Make dua for me and my family, inshallah. I'm really
Sure.
happy. And, try to be happy and calm, inshallah. Okay.
Inshallah.
As you are, mashallah. Do you have anything for me to say?
Yes, one thing, basically, today I got the main Al Razak labs, but I'm not getting the Al Nafi cloud access.
They will arrange it for you. Don't worry. It's a new portal, so they will arrange it for you. It's going through the beta testing right now. You
Yes.
will be given the containers and everything. You don't have to do anything.
So I have to wait for next any estimated time.
I'm not sure. I'm going to ask them. right? They have
Yes.
brought in the people. You should have the Al Nafi Cloud labs anyway. You should be able to go in there and start looking at the labs. That should not stop you from. Are you on the new portal or the old portal?
Or old portal.
Old portal. I think then once they give you access to the new one, then you should be able to see it.
I have also have a new one,
New one
but
as
they are
well.
saying that we are developing a new platform and we will
There is,
integrate
it's not
into
a
it.
new platform. It's an X block that you will see in the portal. The date is February 28th to go into the production for testing. So they're testing it out. Hopefully, by the end of this month, it should go into production, and then you'll be able to see. If you want to log on to Al Nafi Cloud, you can do so. But there is a video. Watch that video. It will show you. You have to click on that link. It will direct you to the Al Nafi Cloud, where you have to select the machines and start doing the labs. Right. In the new one, we are bringing it into the portal so that it's easier for you to go from there and see everything and test out everything, all the details from there and then, inshallah. Okay. Give it a week, you will have access, inshallah.
Okay, right.
Don't worry. Inshallah, okay?
Okay,
Congratulations on passing the exam, mashallah.
okay, sir. Thank you.
Okay? Jazakallah khair. Uh, Once you ask for the Al Razak custom plan, tell them that I would like to have my resume updated as per the custom Al Razak plan so that when I go into the market, I should be able to start applying for jobs immediately while doing the labs. Inshallah, okay?
Yes.
All right, Jazakallah khair.
Okay, sir.
Inshallah, I will see you next time. Subhanakallahumma bihamdika ashhadu an la ilaha illa anta astaghfiruka wa atubu ilayk. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.